And that brings us to the main event here for PFL Madrid. And if you're enjoying the content, hit that like and subscribe button as Carlos lets you know who he's got in this main event. We've got Fabian Edwards taking on Costello van Steenis. Carlos, who you got?
I'm gonna take Van Steenis. Just like I said about the last one, this is a tough matchup because you can argue that Fabian Edwards won the first fight between them, but Van Steenis got the nod. But um, both both of them in that particular fight, it was a very low volume affair. Both gave a lot of respect to each other. Defensively, obviously they did good when you're only blocking one strike at a time, and it's easy to see it coming, especially at their level where they're at. Um, I want to take Van Steenis in this one because I feel like you just won a title. He's on a very big high. He beat Johnny Eblen. People believe Johnny Eblen is one of the best in the world, and the way that he won, he didn't just squeak out a decision or something. He won convincingly, choking him, and that is going to make you better. You're going to get a bit of a better rub. But me and you talking about it before that particular fight, we figured that Van Steenis had the rub already. So I don't know how much better he's going to get from that fight. And Fabian Edwards coming off winning the tournament, he's got a lot of confidence too going into this one. So in this one, it's all going to come down to who's willing to take the bigger chances. Who's going to leave themselves open for counters, because they didn't do that in that first fight. And I just feel that Costello's he's going to fight a little bit angrier. Whatever you saw in that Eblen fight, he's going to bring it into this one. And he's going to try to make it a little bit nastier now. I think that Fabian could get the better of some of the exchanges. And I feel that Costello's just going to bite down because that's the success he had against Eblen. And he's going to bring that into this, and he's going to bite down and just pick up the pace and go a little bit harder against Edwards. And this is not saying that Edwards can't give him problems. The problems is that Edwards is just as big as Van Steenis is. So that's why the respect is there. They both know they have that respect between them. But I feel that Costello carries a little bit more of the power in the hands as well as the feet, whereas I think Edwards, it favors him with the legs. His kicks are very hard. So I'm going to go with Van Steenis, and I feel that he's the one that's going to pressure a little bit more on the feet. And when it comes to the clinch and the grappling exchanges, I'm going to favor Van Steenis as well. I think that if it gets down to the ground, I feel that Van Steenis has the better grappling. And I feel in the clinch, Van Steenis is going to throw those knees and, probably just outwork Fabian, like try to throw a little bit more volume. So hopefully I'm right on that one, but I'm going to take Van Steenis. I think he's going to come a little bit more confident and a little bit more fired up, and he's going to want to get it done.
I'm going with Fabian Edwards, man. I think you can make a great case for both of these guys, and I'm looking forward to this main event. I think this is a great PFL main event here, and I think it could go either way. The reason I'm going with Edwards here is just my one criticism of his has always been that guys want to look to take him down when they stand there on the feet. They get their legs chewed up. He lands shots in the clinch. He's got good kicks, good kickboxing, good footwork. But obviously, guys want to take him down. They want to beat him up. They want to, grapple him because they're losing on the feet to him. And in the first fight between these two, I should say, and in previous fights of Fabian Edwards, guys have got him up against the fence, and he's always looked to stay in the clinch. And that's kind of been my one criticism here, because as Carlos did mention, Van Steenis is dangerous in the clinch. He is looking for takedowns. He has good submissions. He has good knees. And I think that's a place where Van Steenis can definitely wear on the gas tank of Edwards, along with, landing big shots or getting in grappling exchanges where he is able to find a submission. But Edwards always seems to want to prove that he can grapple. He always wants to, he's like his brother. I was saying this to Carlos earlier, that both the Edwards brothers want to show that they can grapple instead of just sticking to what they're good at. And I think in this one, if he just kind of keeps it at range, kind of has a little bit more volume compared to the first fight, I think he can get Van Steenis out of here. And I think when you look at that first fight, both guys, they had respect for each other on the feet. They were throwing one shot at a time, looking to counter, kind of minding their P's and Q's. And I think Edwards can really make some, make some changes, in this rematch. And I think realistically, Van Steenis is going to look to grapple here. And I think Edwards just needs to, kind of circle out, keep this one in the middle of the octagon, and land, kind of in combination, put something behind the jab, kind of end shots with low kicks, throw in combination here just to kind of, get Van Steenis, worried about multiple shots as opposed to one at a time. I think now that he's got a feel for Van Steenis here, he's going to be able to put a better game plan together on the feet. My only worry here is that he stays in the clinch and ultimately gets taken down, like you saw in the first fight. That was where it kind of got a little bit greasy. Van Steenis was able to get on top, control him for rounds, and beat him up. Stay out of the clinch, keep this one out at space, Fabian Edwards, and I think you'll be able to get the win here in terms of the main event here for PFL Madrid. And if you're enjoying the content, hit that like and subscribe button, and Carlos is going to let you know what you need to do if you enjoy the content.
Guys, if you enjoy the content, and we hope you do, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.
We'll see you on the next one, people. Peace.
Peace.